Hello and welcome from an extremely rough Pensarn beach. I'm hoping for some bass here today. I've just spoke to a couple of anglers. There's no bass come out, but there has been a couple of flatties and a place. It is really rough, about an hour and a half before high tide now. I've not bothered showing you what I'm doing. I just wanted to get the rods out. Everything's blowing everywhere. I've just lost a plastic bag, not on purpose. I tried to catch it, I couldn't catch it, it just went. It was faster than I could run. I'll admit it, sometimes it happens, don't it? And it shot down the beach and I'll run about 100 yards and I was gassed out. I've tried to get it. Well, it is really, really rough here. So I'll bring you back if anything happens and I'll show you exactly what's going on in a minute. Hoping for some bass. It is bassy. I'm only fishing about 20 yards on each one. It's what you got on this beach. You've got a little shingles off down and about 20 yards out there, it's flat sand. You've got a bit of a gully there, if I remember correctly. I've not fished it for a while. But because it's a deep beach, you don't want to be going in there. You don't want to be wading in there now because you might not come back out. I know it don't look that bad, but it's about 6 foot, 8 foot deep there, so you need one of these waves to suck you back a bit, and then you're in the mix, and there's some big breakers coming out there. You would not want to be in there. One of the most popularist marks along the North Wales coast, this, for campers, fishermen and everything. There's a bit of work going on up there. It's a bit industrial. There's a train line behind. Look at this. You don't want to be being sucked back out in that. There is anglers all the way down. There's campers everywhere. It's blowing in. The dredger's out there, the dreaded dredger. It doesn't look like there's any weed, which is good. If there was weed here, it would be a problem, but it is rough. It is chocolatey. We want one of them rods to go bang. Well, I'm about 10 minutes in now. Not had any bites yet. As I say, I've got a big ragworm on the left one and a big fresh black lug on the right one. Sticking to the worm baits today. Anything will eat a worm, won't it? From the flat things to the hounds to the bass. Got an hour's fishing, probably going to fish it down for an hour as well. Use some worm up, see how we go. Sorry I haven't showed you the rigs and the bait. I got here, it was an hour till high tide. I was like, the rods are going in before I do any filming, not wasting any time. I'm going to get some more snoods prepped with worms on and make the most of every minute, really. Fish hard. There's not a lot of time here, but you know, I haven't fished this beach now. Well, I have actually fished it last year. We didn't catch nothing, but when I first started sea fishing, this was one of my go-to beaches, and we've had everything from here, really. I've had several bass, a few hounds, thousands of dogfish, millions of whiting, plenty of flat things. It has done cod over the winter months, but the last year or so, I think this beach has been a bit slower from what people are saying, and you know, but when it's blowing in like this, I just thought it's a small tide, which isn't ideal, but this is a deep beach, so the small tide isn't too bad on here. You've still got a good bit of water to go at. But yeah, it's a rough old do, that's for sure. I'm going to change these baits in the next 5 or 10 minutes, see what's happening, and go from there. I'll put these both in close, about 20 yards in the gully. Don't want to overcast the fish. If nothing happens within the first 20 minutes, half hour, then I'll send one as far as I can. And see if there's anything further out, but I do think there's going to be some fish here. There's got to be some fish here in this. It's just a windy old do, that's what it is, a windy old do. There's a lug bed down here as well. It's a massive lug bed, so if you're a bass, you're going to want to be in there now snuffling away on all them worms being messed up in the gully, and I've got 2 worms in that gully, so yeah, come on. Can't do no more than try though, can we? And it is nice here. There's no weed. No weed is the main thing when it's like this. I can deal with the wind, I can deal with the big waves, we can get round them, but when the weed keeps hitting your line, that's when the problem starts. And touch wood, so far there is no weed at all. There's also no fish. Subscribe! Going to have a check of the left bait on the ragworm. It's been about 20 minutes now, nothing as yet. Tell you what, this is a good place for people to come and fish. If you don't drive, there's a train station there. If you've got kids and family, there's a cafe just there. There's a park for them to play on, there's amusements. And you can fish right from the car. The car's about 10 metres behind the camera now, and I've got the back seats down. I've got a duvet and pillars in there, so you can literally sit in the car and fish. And it can throw anything up this beach. Let's have a little look what's going on with this worm. Plugged in. That lets me know I'm in the muddy gully now, so that is perfect. That was exactly where I wanted it. I'm in the right spot. If that would have dragged over the shingle, then I wouldn't have been out far enough. But it has come in perfect. Right, the ragworm has completely gone. I've not noticed the bite, but the ragworm has gone. So I'm going to put another big rag on that now. Don't know what's at it. Maybe a crab. Maybe it's just come off. I don't know, but it's interesting that it's gone. I'll check the lug bait in a minute, and if that's gone that quick, I'll start putting a bit of bait elastic round just to keep the worms on for a bit longer. So far, it's looking all right. The other worm bait on the black lug was completely stripped, so I've wrapped this one on now. This is a couple of ragworm to use them up. Everything's being stripped. I don't know what bite. I'm not noticing any bites, but it's being stripped. Baits are being absolutely smashed within 10 minutes. I'm wrapping the worms up in bait elastic on the needle and getting them out. They're lasting a little bit longer, but so far no bites, no action. Just keep getting the rods in and keep going. Probably about half an hour till high tide now. It's hard work, to be honest, because you know, you're having to bait all your worms up and recast them. By the time you've done the other one, the other bait's been stripped. There's not really no way around it, apart from put the effort in and change it every 10 minutes. There is no other way to do it, and that's that. That is the only way. Here's Fish Slayer. Here he is, on cue. Lovely. The plus side, the rods are holding bottom, which is all we can ask for. At least it's not being blowed around. At least I'm not wading out. It's fairly easy. It's just constant work because they're being stripped within 10 minutes. You've got to change one, cast it, change one, cast it, and just hope that that fish comes along before it gets stripped. And that is the bottom line of it. There's no other way around it. Let's tighten this one up a bit. There we go. Lovely. I'm going to make a couple more baits up now, and by the time I've made the baits up, it'll be time to do another rechange. There's got to be some fish out there. I'm picking little John up in the morning, and we're off to Anglesey. We're going to fish the breakwater, and we're going to fish somewhere on the Menai. So there's a couple of Anglesey videos coming up next. The tides are really small, not ideal for the beaches, but it's perfect for like the docks and the Menai because it doesn't gush through as fast than that. So we're going over there to fish these smaller tides. Take it from there. There's got to be some fish here. It's too good. The conditions are too good. Them two baited worms with a bait elastic on have been in about 15 minutes, and I absolutely lassoed the life out of them to try and keep them on. So let's have a look. If these have gone, I'm going to try some squid on both and send them out a bit further. But I couldn't have got these worms on any better. The worms have been bait elastic about 4 times up and down, and then I'll bait elastic them to the hook as well. There's no way it could have been on any better. It's been, I don't know, 15 minutes, something like that. That wind is really up, isn't it? Let's have a look what we got left. Absolutely nothing. Not even a bit of bait elastic. The crabs have got the bait elastic as well. Literally, if you don't get a bite in 5 minutes, you're done for. I'm going to try some squid, see if that makes a difference. I'm sure the crabs will do the same to that. Well, I'm going to keep trying. There's probably 20 minutes till high tide now. I'm going to send 2 squid baits out just in case there's any, you know, stray smooth hounds or anything out there. Even a doggy, anything will do. So the worms, I just cannot get the worms to stay on, and it's taking ages to present them and wrap them on to have them stripped. They're probably stripping them quicker than I'm putting them on. Whereas squid bait, you can whip on a few wraps round and it's solid and it's on there for a bit longer. So, yeah, try that now. So this is what I'm trying now. Little squid, clip down. I'm going to send this one as far as I can. I'm not the biggest of casters, but with this thin braid and with it being clipped down, I'm getting a bit better. I can get it a bit further, put it that way. Let's see what's out there. It's tough going, really tough going. Very, very tough going. Oh, it's come out the clip. Oh well, you see everything as it happens. Did I even clip it in? I think I did. Still learning the ropes with these clips, I am. Still. And my bail arm's popped open. You see it all as it is, people. It's real fishing, you know that. The good, the bad and the ugly. I'm no professional. That'll do, that'll do. That will do donkey, as I say. Like, get that on there. That side wind is horrendous. You'd get in a massive loop in the line when you cast. It's got a big loop, so you've got to tighten it up forever. And I will set the clutch, because you never know. I will set that clutch. It's not going in if anything comes. I'm guessing this worm on this one has been absolutely smashed. I can see a bit of weed on the line now as well, which is not ideal, to be honest. Nobody wants weed. So the weed's turning up now. The weed is turning up. Wonder if that squid will make a difference. Yeah, that worm has been completely annihilated. That's not the worm, that's a bit of weed. All bait has been smashed again. Keep trying. Well, I've got 2 big squid baits out now. Well, not big squid, little squid, to be honest. If anything's coming, it should snuffle them up. The fisherman has just come over and spoke to me. He's in a camper van over there. He says he's been here for 5 days. He said a couple of them days, 2 hours after it's been producing a few fawn back rays. But I'm not going to be here for the next 2 hours because I'm hungry. I'm going to fish probably an hour down. So we'll see. But it's interesting to know. He seemed a genuine enough guy and he's been here a while. He seemed to know his stuff. So yeah, maybe putting them squid on could bag us a ray. Wouldn't that be funny? Because I've had a few good ray sessions on the Mersey. And I was saying the other day, I've come to Holyhead now to have a break from the Mersey. I'm done with catching the rays and that. Not done with them. I'll happily catch them every session if I could. But I just wanted to do something different, and I went to Holyhead breakwater and caught a ray. Now, wouldn't it be funny if I come here to target the bass and ended up catching another ray? Which I'd be over the moon with. I seem to have been following me around. So maybe with them squid baits out there and rays showing up just after a couple hours after you never know, do you? I've got the clutches set. They're both at distance now, probably about 80-100 yards. Maybe not quite that actually, because the wind's blowing into me. But I'm fishing a decent distance. Just see how it goes. Definitely going to stay for at least half hour, 45 minutes of the ebb though, after him saying that now. My plan was fish it up till see if anything comes, then go. Now it's all changed a little bit. It has all changed. You just never know, do you? The birds are all diving there, look. There's a lot of stuff going on. Fingers crossed. The squid baits was in about 20 minutes. I checked on them, stripped clean off the hook. About 10 or 15 minutes ago, I put 2 new squid baits out. Not seen any bites, so I'm going to check now, see what the damage is after just 10 or 15 minutes. Just can't seem to keep a bait in the water. This cad not seem to keep anything in there. If these are stripped now, I'm not sure what to do. I'll have another cast, I'll keep cracking on, but it just seems like pointless unless you want to recast every 3 or 4 minutes. Seems like I'm leaving the rod in for 20 minutes, I'm fishing for the first 3 or 4, and then I'm just staring at hooks with no bait on for the last 15 minutes. It's not ideal, is it? I think the water's just started to ebb now. Just started, yeah. Literally nothing. A little bit of seaweed. That's all that's on there. It's like almost unfishable, but I'll plod on for a bit. I'll have another cast, give it 10 or 15 minutes, have a look what's going on, and go from there. I've never known the crabs to be like that on this beach. They're absolutely relentless today. They're just smashing absolutely everything, but just keep fishing for them, that's all I can do. What do you reckon, Fish Slayer? He's poised, he's ready. He'd be in there in that surf as well if there was a fish on. He wouldn't hesitate, he'd be splashed straight out trying to get it. Wouldn't you, mate? Alright, we'll keep trying, keep fishing, and keep feeding them crabs. You can see the tide is still dropping. I'm here, Fish Slayer's here. He loves going after the bricks. Go on, Fish Slayer. Go on, get him. I'm going to send him in surfing. I'm going to have a look at these baits now. I've changed them again off camera, stripped after 20 minutes. I've been in another 20 minutes. You can see how much it's dropped down now. I'm just being stripped, absolutely stripped. As I say, I'm off to Holyhead Breakwater in the morning with little John, and I'm going to call him Bluefin, have a look around the shop and that, and then I'm going to snag 40 to fish. Then it felt like a fish. I might have just reeled the line over something. It's like went like doink. That was weird. Yes, we're going to fish the Breakwater. See if I can get little John that us that he still wants, what he hasn't had yet. Put some oil in this, some grease in this reel, what everybody was going on about, and it seems to have worked its way through and stopped the clunking. It's more got a squeak than a clunk now. It was going like an helicopter before. Now it's got this squeak. Yeah, look, that was tangled around the lead. That's what that was. Then the snag, what I thought was that hook hit the lead and then pinged it. Look at that. I had 4 or 5 casts on each rod with squid now. Let's have a look at the other rod. Don't want to give in, but I don't really want to be here fishing. Baits that are no good. What do you think, Fish Slayer? Him prancing about down there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well, it's a beautiful beach. I'm only a quarter of a mile from where I've been catching the hounds and that on the same coast, so I can't work out why there's nothing here, but it is what it is, isn't it? I've got a feeling this is going to be absolutely shredded. Absolutely shredded to the top. So as I say, I'm going to get... Oh, that bait looks alright, actually. Watch Slayer don't get it. Now, how weird's that? That bait is absolutely perfect. That's telling me there's no fish there now, actually, because that's been in there. That's weird, and every bait's been stripped. That one's been in, and nothing. I am going to have a few more casts. I'm not going to give in. Definitely going to have a few more. There's a couple more anglers turning up now, and that guy who I spoke to told me that 2 hours after high, the thornbacks start coming, and there's a couple come there, and about 20 minutes after high water, an angler's come to my right. Now, I don't know a lot about this beach. I used to, 3 or 4 years ago. I used to know it really well, the best times. It always used to be 2 up, maybe just on the turn. But everybody's coming now, and the sandbed will reveal itself soon. You can get out a bit further on that, so I don't know if I've got this wrong. I think I'm going to have to come back here. I might turn up on high and fish it down. So I'm not... You know, you've got to listen to people that fish it often. I used to know this beach. I don't know it now. Strange one, isn't it? Very strange. Anyway, I'm going to get these baits back out, and I'm going to go again. I'm going to keep going and going and going. I don't want to give in. I'm not giving in. Well, the rods are back in. As I say, there's more anglers turning up down there now. I think I've got this wrong, I have. I really think I have. It's not good, is it? I've not had a single bite, but the baits are being stripped within seconds. Could be a blank this. Could be a blank, I hope not, but yeah. Do I stay now? I'm absolutely starving. I've got the bait to stay, and I've been told now's the better time, but I am starving. I've got some stuff I could do with doing. It's getting on now. It's about... What time? It's about 7 o'clock now, something like that. And I've got to sort all my gear out for tomorrow and get an early start to the Breakwater, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from here. Come on, Fish Slayer! Benny the Fish Slayer! He is one funny little character here. Should we get some bricks for you, mate? Yeah, look. Yeah. Go and get it, go on. He looks possessed, doesn't he? Go on, Benny. Benny, Benji, Bobby, Billy, whatever you want to call him. Herbert, Malcolm, whatever. Go. He normally goes in, to be fair, and rides the waves, but I think it's a bit dangerous for him today, isn't it? Go on, mate. I'm not trying to drown you, I promise. I was going to carry on fishing, but there's anglers all down there now, and there's some coming the other side. But for me, that is it for now. All these seagulls are smashing all my bait here. The beach I've been catching the bass and the hounds from is just there. Just by them caravans there. As I say, there's a cafe there, there's a train station there, there's a couple of pubs there and a shop there, there's arcades, stuff for the kids. It's worth coming for a day out here, even if there ain't no fish. But this beach drops down, goes down to like a flat sand bed, then you got a big lug bed on it. But yeah, couldn't get it going today. There must be billions of crabs out there. I didn't even think about popping it up, but getting a bit of foam and popping the baits up in the water just to try and make them last there, but it is what it is, isn't it? Right, I'm going to get some food because I am starving. Next time you see me, we'll be with my little dude at Holyhead Breakwater, and I'm sure we'll have a lot more success there. Constant action at Holyhead Breakwater, innit? But the moral of this video was, are there any bass in the surf? No. Is there any crabs in the surf? Bloody millions. See you in the next one.